Hello again, boys and girls. Now it's time for science. So if you don't have your science books with you, you need both. Pause the video, go grab your two science books, your textbook, and your activity manual, and a pencil, and I'll be waiting right here. Okay, so on Monday, you had to work on page 157 of your activity manual. So please open to page 157 of your activity manual. We are going to go over the answers together. Okay? So if you don't have it, pause the video, open to page 157 so that we could begin. Okay. Number one, an object in the sky that produces its own light is called a star. Good. Number two, the largest object in our solar system is what is the largest object? The sun. Very good. Three, Earth's main source of energy is the sun. So you could use that word twice. Very good. Four, plants use the sun's energy for, come on, you know this one, photosynthesis. Very good. Five, people can use the sun's energy for light, blank, and power. What is that blank? Heat. Very good. Number six, a group of stars that forms a pattern in the sky is called a constellation. Now, if you need help spelling constellation, it is CONSTELLATION. If you didn't get it, that's easy. Rewind and play it again, okay? And if I'm going too fast for you to review the answers, go back. It's very simple. You can't do that in class. 7, scientists who study the stars and planets are called astronomers. And I will spell astronomers for you. ASTRONOMERS. Astronomers. Number 8. The astronomer who first used the telescope was Galileo. And that's spelled capital G-A-L-I-L-E-O. Galileo. Number 9. A tool that is used to see objects far away is called a telescope. 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 And 10, the last one. The astronomer who suggested putting a telescope in space was Lyman Blank Jr. And his name is Spitzer, capital S-P-I-T-Z-E-R. If you missed any of these answers, go back, rewind 10 seconds, 20 seconds, however much you need, you can go back. That's the beauty of being able to do this on video. Okay, so if you're ready, open up to your textbook on page 188. So you should be working on your mobile. We talked about that yesterday during our Zoom class. Okay. So make sure you work on that. Okay. Make sure you add one fact about each of your planets and the sun. So write the name of the planet in the back, one fact. And this lesson today is going to help you with that because we're reading about the inner planets today. Okay? And the inner planets are the planets that are closest to the sun. Okay? These planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Okay? When we return, hopefully, to school, we'll read about the outer planets. But right now, we're going to read on pages 188 through page 191, I believe. Let's see. Yes, through pages 188 through 191. You're going to read all about the inner planets, and these are the ones that are closest to the sun. You're going to read about Mercury. You are going to read about Venus, Earth, and Mars. Okay? You're going to find out that Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, and it is also the smallest one. You're going to find out that sometimes you're able to see Mercury just after sunset in the sky. Here's one thing I suggest that you do. I did it with my own family, and we've used it a couple of times. There's an app that you're able to download onto your phone called Sky Map. And on a clear night, you use Sky Map and you point your phone up to the sky. And it tells you the names of the stars and if there is a planet that's visible. It's pretty cool. So I suggest, it's up to you, your parents, if they allow you to, but download Sky Map. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. And since we're studying about planets, what better time to do that? We're going to find out that it's not as, you would think that it being so close to the sun, that Mercury would be the hottest planet, but it's actually not. And I find that to be interesting. The side that faces away from the sun is very cold. Only the side that faces the sun is the hot. So the temperatures are not moderate like ours, right? Theirs is either very, very hot or is very, very cold. Okay? And I find that to be extremely interesting. The temperatures on the cold side, on the side that's away from the sun, the temperatures are pretty much like the temperatures we're experiencing today, below freezing. And then on the other side, it's extremely hot. So I find that to be interesting. Next, you're going to read about Venus. And Venus is known as Earth's twin, and it is the second planet from the sun. It is surrounded by clouds, and it keeps Venus very, very hot. So Venus is actually the hottest planet in the solar system. Okay? So it's called the Earth's twin because it's just a little smaller than the Earth, and it has and on the surface there's some features similar to the Earth. Okay? It has plains, it has volcanoes, it has mountains and valleys, but Venus has no water. And the clouds are not made of water vapor like ours, but they're made of acid. So I wouldn't want to be caught in an acid rain in Venus. Okay, so you're going to read about that. That's on page 189. And on page 190, you're going to read about the Earth, which is our home. It's the third planet from the sun, and it's the only planet with both an atmosphere and liquid water. Okay, so here's the amazing thing. When we study science, we're studying God's amazing creation. God created Earth so perfectly in the heavens so that it's not too close to the sun, it's not too far away. If Earth was just a little closer to the sun, We wouldn't be able to live here because it would just be too hot. If Earth was just a little further away, we wouldn't be able to live here either because it would be too cold. And the fact that Earth is the only planet that has water and an atmosphere, that's another reason that we're able to live here. God created it that way so that we could inhabit the Earth. Okay? Now, Earth rotates once every 24 hours. And I wish I had my globe from the classroom here so I could show you. A rotation is how something turns. So it takes 24 hours for it to turn completely. And it takes 365 days, a little more than 365 days, but 365 days to go all the way around the sun. Okay? Now, you're probably wondering, well, if the Earth is rotating, how come I don't feel it? Well, again, God created this Earth so perfectly. He created it with gravity. And because of gravity, we're not walking around spinning, going, whoa, right? Gravity keeps us from spinning around as well. So again, the way God created Earth is just amazing. The last planet you're going to read about today is Mars. Mars is always interesting because Mars is where people think that they are Martians and aliens coming from outer space. But no, Mars, it's about half the size of Earth, okay? And it is one of the brightest objects in the night sky. It is covered with red dust. It's also called the red planet. Right now, and I'm going to see if I can find the video. If I find the video, we'll either watch it in class or I'll send it to you. There have been robots, machines with cameras called the rover, and it shows it shows the surface of Mars. So far, no one has been to Mars. No one can live in Mars. People have thought, no, maybe there's water, because if there's water, there's life. But these things haven't been proven. They haven't been found. Mars, so let me go back a little bit because I forgot to mention something about planet Earth. Planet Earth has one moon. Does the moon move? The moon does not move. The Earth moves, right? So sometimes it appears as though the moon is moving around. You ever go on a drive at night with your parents and you see it in one place and then you almost looks like it's moving? The Earth does not move. Earth moves, but the moon stays the same. But in Mars does not have one moon. It has two, and they're tiny. And on the bottom of page 191, you're going to find out that the names of those two small moons are called Phobos and Deimos. And there is also the highest peak of any mountain in our solar system. The highest peak in our planet is Mount Everest. That's the highest mountain, okay? I remember last time we spoke about this, someone said, no, it's Mount Washington. Mount Washington is the highest peak in the East Coast. But in the entire planet Earth, the highest peak is Mount Everest. However, the highest peak in all of the solar system is in Mars and is called Olympus Mons. Isn't that interesting? Right? It is taller than Mount Everest. So you're going to read pages 188 through pages 191. Then you're going to work on page 159. Okay? Page 159, and you're also going to work on pages 162, 61, and 162. Now this is going to be a lot of work, boys and girls. So I suggest that you break it up a little bit. Do some today and then do some tomorrow. Thursday will be a very light day, actually. So break it up if it's too much for one day. Read a couple of pages today, read the others tomorrow. Do one page of your activity manual today and do the other 2 pages tomorrow. Just break it up for yourselves. Or if you just want to do it to get it over with, that's fine too. You decide, but as long as it gets done. Okay? That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Have fun reading about the inner planets. Okay, bye.